Breaking, the last time altcoins did this, the market absolutely exploded. Take a look. Elliott wave oscillator, about to print our 5th green bar in a row. Last time we printed our 5th green bar in a row, the altcoin market exploded into a new all-time high. At the same time that we printed our 5th green bar in a row, we had just broken above this red line, something that we've held resistance at since 2021, and we're getting abnormally close to said red line and the 5th green bar. Is the altcoin market about to explode? What we're going to do in today's video is look at the facts. We're going to break down the Elliott wave oscillator. We're going to break down the RSI. We're going to break down price action. You're going to leave with a sense of calm and clarity. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be telling you what you should be doing right now based on all of those facts that we have and clues in front of us. Let's get into it. Welcome. I'm Steve. Here we deliver honest, sponsorship-free TA with genuine value. Subscribe for a no BS approach that actually helps you. Subscribe. So here we are. We're on the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. In other words, everything that you see here in price action, in the stochastic RSI, in the Elliott wave oscillator, in the RSI, it has nothing to do with Bitcoin, and it has everything to do with all of the altcoins on planet Earth in one simple chart. So no matter what your favorite altcoin is, this video right here is going to give you a huge key, a major key alert right here before your eyes. So have your favorite altcoins in mind, comment them down below so I can cover them here on the channel, and let's get into what we believe is about to happen in a huge way that could shock the market with all altcoins. Take a look. Let's start with price action. What we see with price action, once again, these are monthly candles with all altcoins. This right here is the 2018 bear market. It happened in a bull flag. In other words, we reached the top here, and then we had this channel, this top line here acting as resistance with multiple touch points on our way down. And we had this one parallel to that having support. And we bounced from the top to the bottom, back to the top, to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom. Multiple touch points on the top, multiple touch points at the bottom, parallel channels pointing downwards. All of those are factual based evidence of a bull flag, a bullish continuation. In other words, this is our pull, this is our flag, and once you break out of that, it's a continuation. So that means that this uptrend right here, it slowed down here, and then it continued once we broke out of it. That in a nutshell is a bull flag. What you see happening in Bitcoin's entire history is every single bear market was also in a bull flag. Once again, fast forward to the next market cycle, we reached our first top here, we reached our double top here, and once again, we went into a nice bull flag. Not as technically sound as the first one, but still a bull flag formation, right? What you notice about this one is we also broke out of it and moved sideways for a period of time, right? Rallying up and coming back down. That's precisely what we did here. We broke out of it, rallied up, we came back down, we moved sideways. What you notice about this candle here and this candle here is they're pretty much the exact same when you pair the chart with it. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. This candle right here was in the midst of this red zone, just like this candle here was in the midst of this red zone. This candle right here was also holding resistance at this red line in the stochastic RSI. Our stochastic RSI is our momentum, and this red zone on a monthly chart is at 67. What you'll notice is that this candle was also have resistance at this red zone, and then we actually broke out and finally rallied above with this red arrow here. Why did I put this red arrow here? This is where I believe we are at the moment, okay? Is this red arrow matches this arrow, and this arrow matches this arrow. Take a look at the chart. The second arrow is when we're finally above this red zone with our stochastic RSI and starting to print green bars in our Elliott wave oscillator. Take a look at where we are present day. The stochastic RSI above this red zone and printing green bars in our Elliott wave oscillator. We'll take it a step further. This candle right here, right, the second arrow, is also at a time when our RSI was holding key market structure at this zone right here, which is the exact zone we're in right now. The exact zone, pound for pound, move for move, literally the exact zone. We have resistance at this red and we're in this white channel. Where are we at now? Resistance at this red, we're in this white channel. Well, we're also 4 green bars in. Well, we also were 4 green bars in back then as well. We didn't break above this red zone until the 5th green bar, which is what we're about to print. The 5th green bar was bullish on the stochastic RSI. It printed its 5th green oscillator here, and the RSI finally broke above this red zone, which on a monthly scale is at about 70, right? If you go to your total market cap excluding Bitcoin, you pop that on your chart, you pop on the RSI, you put a red line at the 70, you're good. You're going to look at that. When we break that, that's when the market really started to move. Case in point, let's look back at this red arrow here. This red arrow, we were only a couple of green bars in. We had some resistance. We battled with our 4th. We got to our 5th. We broke through, bullish on the stochastic RSI, and on price action, you can see that's when we started to have this bullish move up to a new all-time high in the altcoin market, something that we're getting close to present day, but not quite there. We still are not quite close to the altcoin all-time high, which precisely is at 1.699 trillion on the total market cap, right? Present day, we're not close to that. We're still holding resistance. We're still in this phase here, which is the calm before the storm in the altcoin market. What we notice when we take it a step further, you can say, okay, well, back in the day when we had this second arrow, we did have a short-term cross down in our stochastic RSI. You can see it highlighted here in this circle. What we didn't see back then was a really drawn out, magnified cross down, which we started to see back on March 1st, right? With the stochastic RSI, it's very simple. Blue line on top, it's bullish. Orange line on top, we're bearish. It's very, very simple. What you want to identify with this are the key zones of at about 80, right? You want to see a true cross down confirmed on a monthly scale. Keep in mind, this is not a confirmation on a monthly scale. We're still in the middle of the month. At the end of the month, we will have confirmation of what's happening with our stochastic RSI and can we turn a corner. We would need the altcoin market to turn a corner to do something similar than it did with this second arrow here. If we're at the end of the month, in our fast line, which is the blue, and our slow line, which is the orange, crash down through the 80 level, or even further, this red level here, we're in trouble. The altcoin market would be in devastatingly huge trouble. But again, we're not confirming that yet because we are literally in the middle of the month. So what we have on our fingertips is just the facts to go off. We can look at price action, we can compare it to what's happening. We can look at the stochastic RSI, our momentum, and compare it to what it's been doing before. But structurally, we cannot ignore how powerful this red line is on the monthly scale for all altcoins, including your favorite altcoins, are at risk with this structure. Take a look. What we have is 2016, creating this market structure with this pivot low here. Right? We had a cross down, held support here, bounced back up, creating a market structure. We actually confirmed that structure 1 year later in December 2017. When we broke down through here, we crashed all the way down here. We rallied all the way back up only to get rejected from what used to be our support. Support and resistance is simple And it's literally everything in any chart you look at. You can go to your indicators tab here. You'll notice there are thousands of indicators, and all of them will be based on support and resistance. Quite literally all of them. And what you have here is support. Whenever you break support, it becomes resistance. Whenever you break resistance, it becomes support. It's really simple. So we had support here, literally. Then we broke it. It literally became resistance with this data point here. And then we rallied all the way back down here. We crashed. It was the bottom of the market. Painful. We came back up, still holding resistance, crashed back down, holding support here, rallied all the way back up, came back down. And look at this data point in August 2023. Do you remember those days? We had this bear market here and we rallied all the way up and we were hot. The market was on fire. Look at this blue line. It's ridiculously strong, really far from this orange line. And we rallied up and got resistance where? At exactly our market structure that we started forming in 2016 and continued in 2017. We came to that exact structure. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. What are we doing now, right? We're dipping our toe below through here, but we don't care. We're in the middle of the month. We still have a long time to go before we close the month. But make no mistake, this is the structure to watch. For your favorite altcoins, watch this structure like a hawk. If we're at the end of the month and you see our fast line, which is our blue, and our slow line, which is our orange, below this level, which is at 67, 68, we're in trouble, plain and simple. If we're able to hold this as support, there's going to be fireworks. This is a key structure. And once again, this was resistance. We broke resistance. When you break resistance, it becomes support. This should be our support area until proven otherwise, right? So what we have at the same time is our Elliott wave oscillator. Elliott wave oscillator, we have green bars and we have red bars, right? It's set up in a histogram, which represents larger bars representing more of a volatility, the more of an extreme. And the bigger the red, the worse it is. The bigger the green, the better it is, right? In the simplest terms, this is what you're looking at. Any histogram will be set up the same way. And what you see here is we're starting to print bigger and bigger and bigger green bars. This is good. This is what we did in our past cycle, 2020. Again, small, a little bit bigger, 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 as we rallied into all-time high territory and potentially our top. Same thing back here, right? Bigger and bigger and bigger until we got into our all-time high and our parabolic top. But what I find even more interesting is at the bottom of your chart, the RSI, right? The RSI tells a very distinct story, and specifically the market structure of said story, right? We look back at 2016, October, holding support right here at this red line, 70. Fast forward to the cycle here, July 2021, holding support. Here, resistance, November 2020, resistance at exactly the same as our support and exactly the same as what was just our resistance, right? The altcoin market had our bottom and we rallied all the way up to this exact area that we played with in 2016 and played with in 2021. And we also played with in 2020 and right on cue held for resistance. This is good because we bounced back inside of this white channel, which you see here, which is what we highlighted in this circle. That's where we're at right now, present day, right? What followed was just absolute insanity, right? And the question is, could this follow for altcoins? And the answer is, it really comes down to Bitcoin. Altcoins are not leading the market. No matter what you think, and I'm sure in past cycles, there was a lot of this rhetoric out there where it's like, hey, altcoins are going to split from Bitcoin and Bitcoin could crash and altcoins could still explode. That's not going to happen. That's not realistic, and that is not on planet Earth. It's just obviously false. Altcoins will follow Bitcoin for a long period of time until it's proven with the charts that they're ready to not. And it's just, we're not even close to that. We could be like a decade from that. So what you're going to see play out here is what is first going to play out in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin right now is in a battle between the weekly stochastic RSI and the 2-month gravestone doji. If you want a visual representation of what I just described, we have it right here. This is the weekly chart for Bitcoin. We have a weekly stochastic RSI cross or momentum into the market, average every 6 months like clockwork. We just got one. We're in the beginning stages of it. We need this momentum cross to come into Bitcoin and create a new all-time high. If it does that and it continues our rally, or continues our uptrend with our market structure, if it does those things, we can null and void the 2-month gravestone doji, which is represented right here. A gravestone doji, by definition, is found at the tops of rallies. It has a large upper wick and little to no lower wick and a very thin body representing the open and close right towards the bottom of the candle. If all of those things are true, you have yourself a gravestone doji, which is, by definition, a trend reversal candle. No matter what scenario plays out, whether the weekly stochastic RSI beats the 2-month candle, we're still in a bull run. Or even if this 2-month candle wins and we have a trend reversal, we're still in a bull run. And there's nothing anybody can do about it until it's proven in the charts otherwise, and we're not even close to that. So no matter what happens, we're in a bull run. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. Altcoin market is on the verge of something that happens only once in a while, creating a new all-time high. We're getting very close to it structurally. We're showing signs of that. And for altcoins and altcoins alone, it really boils down to this level in the stochastic RSI, which is 67. If you wake up at the end of the month and we have confirmed with the fast and the slow line below here, then the 2-month candle is likely winning on Bitcoin. If you wake up at the end of the month and our fast and our slow line have bounced and turned a corner and held support at said line, it's likely Bitcoin is creating a new all-time high. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you right back here in the next video. This bull run is our road to 500,000 subscribers, but I need your help. Today, tell one person about our YouTube channel, how we spit facts, go against the herd, take no paid sponsorships of any kind. Road to 500,000, let's go.